So the next lesson is about sun and moon letters. The reason this is significant is because once you understand that definite alif lam, okay? When we want to make something definite, we said what? We said we add alif lam in the beginning, right? So if you're going to add that alif and lam in the beginning, depending on the letter that comes after the lam, whether or not you pronounce the lam, it's going to change. So, for example, we have moon letters. They're called moon letters, okay? Now, when it comes to moon letters, there's no new rule to learn. You're just going to pronounce the word the same way that you would expect to pronounce it. So, for example, we'll use the word moon. So, qamar means moon. Does this mean the moon or a moon? Al-qamaru, does this mean a moon or the moon? Yes, very good. It means the moon. How can we tell? Based on the previous lesson, how can we tell that this says the moon rather than a moon? Very good. Yes, we can tell that it is definite. It is the moon because of the definite alif lam in the beginning, and also it doesn't have tanween. It only has one dhamma. Very good. So that's just building off of the previous lesson. Now, this lesson, it focuses on the fact that when you have that definite alif lam, then the letter coming after that definite alif lam, if it's a moon letter, you are going to pronounce the lam. So first, just so that we can understand which letter we're dealing with in these words, what is the letter? Tell me the letter that comes after the definite alif lam in this word. What is the letter that comes after the definite alif lam in this word? The qaf. Very good. It's the qaf, right? It's this letter here. It's the qaf. Because you have alif lam, qaf. So, qaf is a moon letter. It's a moon letter. And if it's a moon letter, then that means you pronounce the lam. So you say, al-qamaru. And as I said, there's no new rule to learn when it comes to the moon letters. It's going to make sense once we get to the sun letters. So let's get to the sun letters. Okay, so as for the sun letters, a good example for that would be Ash-Shams. Ash-Shams. Okay, so Shams means sun. The way that this is written, does this mean the sun or a sun? Ash-Shamsu. Does this mean a sun or the sun? This means the sun. Why? Why does this mean the sun? This means the sun because we have the definite alif lam in the beginning and it doesn't have tanween. If I wanted to say a sun, then how would I write this? Just to solidify the previous lesson, because this is what we went over in the previous lesson. If I wanted to say a sun, then what I would do is I would take away the alif lam. I would take away the alif lam. And I would add tanween. I would add an extra dhamma at the end. Shamsun, a sun. Okay, that's the previous lesson. Just to show you that we can tell it's definite. We can tell that it's the sun, that is the moon, because there's the definite alif lam and there's no tanween. Same goes for this. If we wanted to say a moon, we would just take away the definite alif lam, and we would add tanween. We'd add an extra dhamma. Then it would become a moon. But the point of sun and moon letters is to look at the letter that comes after the definite alif lam. So when we talk about sun letters and moon letters, we're talking about an ism that is definite. Okay? So, and by the way, al-qamar and ash-shams, both of these are under the category of ism. They have a complete meaning but no relation to time. All right. So, what is the letter that comes after the definite alif lam in this word? What is the letter that comes after the definite alif lam in this word? It is the sheen. You can tell it's the sheen because it comes after the definite alif lam. What's the next letter? It's the sheen. So when we're talking about the sun letters, we're talking about letters where we will not pronounce that definite lam. So as you can see, there's a shadda over the sheen. There's the shadda there because we're not going to pronounce that lam. We're not going to say al-shams. We're going to say ash-shams. We're going to say ash-shams. We're not going to pronounce the lam. Does this make sense? So when you have a sun letter coming after the definite alif lam, you're not going to pronounce the lam. Like when we say the name of Allah, Ar-Rahman. We don't say Al-Rahman, we say Ar-Rahman. However, if it's a moon letter that comes after the definite alif lam, do we pronounce the lam? If it's a moon letter that comes after the definite alif lam, do we pronounce the lam? Yes, we do. We don't say Aq-Qamaru. We don't say Aq-Qamaru. We say Al-Qamaru. We do pronounce the lam. That's the difference between moon letters and sun letters. And for my students, what I do is I always write the harakat. So if you understand this concept, then all you really need to do is look at the symbols above the letters. Because if it is a moon letter that comes after the definite alif lam, you're going to see a sukoon on the lam. If it's a sun letter that comes after the definite alif lam, you're going to see a shadda. You're going to see a shadda. So as long as you know how to read and you know what these symbols represent, then you'll read it perfectly fine. Because you'll know that sukoon means that I do pronounce the lam, al-qamaru, and you'll know that that shadda means that I don't pronounce the lam, ash-shamsu. Okay? Now it's quiz time. True or false? True or false? If a moon letter comes after the definite alif lam, then we do not pronounce the lam. True or false? If a moon letter comes after the definite alif lam, we do not pronounce the lam. Very good. False. False. If it's a moon letter, we do pronounce the lam. What is the symbol that is written above the lam that will indicate for us that what is coming after it is a moon letter? What symbol is written on the lam indicating that what is coming after it is a moon letter? Okay, this is al-himaru. Al-himaru. Who knows what al-himaru means? Who can define al-himaru? Al-himaru, it means donkey. It means donkey. If you hear an Arab refer to you as a himar, they are being very disrespectful. Okay? Al-himaru. Is this definite or indefinite? Should I put the donkey or a donkey? Is it the donkey or a donkey? The donkey. How can we tell that it's the donkey? How can we tell? We can tell it's the donkey because of the definite alif lam, and because there is no tanween. There's just one dhamma. There's not two dhammas, there's one dhamma. Okay, so in this lesson we're learning sun letters and moon letters. So in this word al-himaru, what is the letter that comes after the definite alif lam? Which letter comes after the definite alif lam? It is the letter ha. The letter ha. It's a sharp H, ha. Very good. So is the letter ha, is it a sun letter or a moon letter? It's a moon letter. So true or false? Because the letter ha is a moon letter, we do pronounce the lam before it. True or false? Because the letter ha is a moon letter, we do pronounce the lam that comes before it. True. True. Very good. What symbol is written above the lam that easily helps us know that the ha is a moon letter? What symbol is written above the lam that basically is telling us that the ha is a moon letter? It's the sukoon. And the sukoon, it looks like a moon. So this is an easy way to identify. It looks like a moon. All right, who can define this word for me? Al-Rasul. Al-Rasul. What does this word mean? Al-Rasul. Nabi means prophet. Nabi means prophet. Al-Rasul means messenger, right? Messenger. And I'm sure you all know that it means the messenger because it has the definite alif lam. What should I put on the end? What should I put on the end? Should I put one dhamma or two dhammas? Should I put one dhamma or two dhammas at the end? I should put one. How would I say a messenger? How would I turn this into a messenger? I would take away the alif lam and I would add tanween. I would add an extra dhamma. Rasulun means a messenger. Al-Rasulu means the messenger. The letter Ra comes after the definite alif lam. Is the letter Ra a sun letter or a moon letter? It's a sun letter. Next question. True or false? The letter Ra is a sun letter and therefore we do pronounce the lam. True or false? The letter Ra is a sun letter, therefore we do pronounce the lam. This is very good. This is false. Okay? For the sun letters, we do not pronounce the lam. What symbol is written above the sun letter that indicates it's a sun letter? Yes, so we can tell that the Ra is a sun letter because of the shadda. Okay, so we do not pronounce the lam. We do not say Al-Rasul, we say Al-Rasul. We do not pronounce the lam.